Dámy a pánové, vítám vás zpátky u Forgotten City. A jdeme si promluvit s dětkem, já tady můžu prostě, nemůžu mu utíct.
Salve, friend. Mind all right then. I'll get out of your way.
Hodnej kluk. Nebudeme jako s nikým nějak extra nic dělat. Uvidíme, co se stane, když tak tady někoho okradu. Aurelia.
Oh, you're here. And there's a... Oh, I see. You prefer the company of men. Maybe you should go and make friends with Virgil instead. I take back what I said. Suddenly, let's just... All right.
Dobře. Takže když řeknu, že u ní nemám zájem, tak jsem teplej. I know you're a horrible person.
How dare you? Get away from me, you pig. Oh, do us all a favour and drink hemlock.
Ixion turns.
Ty piču, jsem se tělek. Tak jako co jí mám říct, abych s ní mohl mluvit o kebabu? Kebáš. Jo, chápu. Já už vím, co se tady děje. Trošku teda asi. Já potřebuju pomoc.
Come and join me by the fire. Welcome, welcome.
Jsem denďulák.
If sincere, tell me.
I'm looking for Kabash. A tak to by mohl být on, ne?
Ah, Kabash. I know
Ne,
this
tak
man.
asi ne.
He came through here some weeks ago. I will tell you everything I know. But first, the one thing I long for, but let us find out with...
Pluto.
Excellent. I see you are indeed quite astute. Very few come to that realization before their time in the sun is over. Now, will you join me in a friendly Socratic dialogue? Wonderful. Then let me begin with a question. Would you say you know the difference between right and wrong? You are an overthinker too. We're the same then. It is probably why I became a philosopher. But if you struggle with right and wrong normally, then down here with the golden rule, surely your struggle can only have become more difficult. Well, that's reassuring. And the truth is, you're not alone. You see, out there in the world, being uncertain about right and wrong was acceptable, because our mistakes rarely had consequences. So we would tell lies and bend rules and turn a blind eye and rationalize, and yet still find a way to think of ourselves as good people. But under the golden rule, morality matters. The slightest wrongdoing could result in a mass execution.
Jo, to
So to
jsem viděl.
navigate this maze, we would have to be certain about the difference between right and wrong. Wouldn't you agree?
No.
So let me ask you this. Is there one system of morality which is always perfectly correct, which you could follow in every situation and always do the right thing?
Jako
Are
nemyslím.
you sure? Or is it possible that humans simply haven't figured out the right system yet?
There's no such a thing as correct morality.
So is it up to each of us to decide what right and wrong mean to us individually? Or must we simply follow the laws and customs of whichever community we're in? So if a man feels that stoning to death his unfaithful wife is right, then is it right?
No ne, že jo.
I agree. But why? Didn't you just say right and wrong depends on the individual?
Jakoby jo, ale...
I see. So you get to decide right from wrong. But people who see things differently are not allowed. What makes you special? Empathy, the emotion? Let me ask you this. Imagine you were forced to choose between the death of your beloved spouse and the death of two innocent strangers. Knowing there will be no legal consequences, who would you mark for death? Of course, everyone would.
Of course.
Our empathy, like a siren song calling us away from our true path, would lure us toward the greater evil. Can such a beguiling thing be a reliable cornerstone for anything, let alone the perfect moral code?
I suppose
My
not.
point is this. I don't think anyone alive truly knows any hard and fast rules about right and wrong.
I'm not sure about that. What about do not kill?
Surely you would agree there are circumstances where an exception may be made, such as where it is necessary for self-defense or to prevent a greater evil. For any rule, you can imagine there are countless situations in which that rule may be suspended, and those situations are impossible to codify. If there is one thing I have observed about rules, it is that virtuous people do not need them, and evil people will always find a way around them. And so we must accept our limitations, and the sad truth that no human society will ever achieve the utopia for which it strives. In mathematics, we would call it an asymptote, a line that can be approached but never reached. Because the only way to create a utopia is with the ever-present threat of force, such as the Golden Rule. This and no other is the root from which a tyrant springs when he first appears as a protector. And life under tyranny is no utopia at all. I'm glad to hear that. In any case, thank you for humoring an old man. I would be happy to answer your questions. You mean, how did I end up living alone in this cave with nothing but these relics of the past for company? It's a long story.
Povídej.
I was a quarrelsome young man. At 19, I left Corinth for Rome to study rhetoric at one of her finest academies, so I could argue more forcefully. Back then, I used to enjoy verbally sparring with everyone I could, and I was good. One night I found myself in a tavern, in an argument with a drunken mercenary. It became heated, he drew a gladius, and I won the argument, but lost my life. I woke up on the banks of the Styx at a campfire opposite Karen. Of course, I tried to persuade her to let me return, but even with all my skill, I failed. I settled in, made friends, and learned what I could, quickly realizing our little community faced certain death under the Golden Rule. So I began looking for a place to hide underground. Fortunately, I found this place waiting for me. You see, I was not the first to take refuge here. I returned to my friends above, persuaded them to join me, and 12 of us descended for the last time to live out our days hidden from Hades' tyranny.
Hades?
They're one and the same. The Romans call him Pluto, but long before that, my people called him Hades. My generation was wiped out, turned to gold, many years ago. My friends and I were able to avoid the same fate by hiding down here.
To je crazy.
I think it's safest to assume that if I was to return, Hades would realize that his furies hadn't finished the job, and he'd send them after me again. I fear that if you were to utter my name in the city, even by mistake, that Hades would hear you and know I am still alive. I'm afraid I am the only one left. There were 12 of us in the beginning, but one by one, my friends passed away. Some from malnutrition, others from madness and despair. It has been lonely. Before my unexpected visit from Kabash some weeks ago, I'd not seen another person in many, many years. Living in darkness is not without its challenges. The first challenge is diet. Fortunately, I found that eating fresh fish provides most of the nutrients I need. And sometimes, when there are Greek people living up above, I surface at night and salvage the offerings they've left in the temple of Demeter. The greater challenge is the isolation. So I like to imagine arguments, where I argue both sides. But, like so many things in life, arguments are better with a partner. As you wish. Ha! If I did, would I be living like this? Did we not discuss it at length already? Oh, I see. You're toying with me. Ha! You seek the plaque bearing the Egyptian inscription.
Sure.
It is a cursed object, and I would be happy to give it to you, if Kabash had not already taken it. I will tell you, but you may find him hostile. To prepare for your encounter, there are certain things you must know. Very few know this, but before the Romans came to this city, it was once entirely Greek. The architecture, the temples, and the people. When the Romans came, in typical fashion, they claimed it as their own, built over everything that could be built over, and renamed the things that could not. Thus, the Shrine of Persephone became the Shrine of Proserpina. And when they found an obelisk bearing the name Hades, they tore it off and replaced it with Pluto instead. And the city's dwindling Greek residents, witnessing this compulsive Roman conquest, decided to preserve what they could of their heritage. They gathered their art and valuables, secreted them away through the Temple of Demeter, and hid them here, out of reach of the Romans.
Okay.
However, there was one thing that always seemed out of place to me, and it is the very thing you seek. An even older plaque bearing an Egyptian inscription. We had no idea until years later, when the first of my friends began to die. As a result of their deaths, we began to dig catacombs branching off from this cavern to lay them to rest. We extended the tunnel so far that we accidentally discovered another, an even older tunnel, which somebody had gone to great lengths to keep hidden. Suddenly it made sense why there was an out-of-place Egyptian plaque among our people's possessions. You see, we proud Greeks had thought the Romans beasts for stealing and corrupting our heritage. But it turns out this game has been going on much longer than any of us imagined. I think it is best you head through the catacombs and follow Kabash's trail.
Taky myslím.
There are certain things you must see for yourself. Take this key. You'll need it to open the gate. I enjoyed our chat, but please, keep my presence here a secret, yes?
Yep. Neboj se, kamaráde. Friend of the Philosopher. This must be one of the Philosopher's 11 friends who he outlived. Halo? Je tu někdo? Je tady spoustu mrtvol. To je velice čistá voda. Na to, že jsme v kanálech. Board game called Senate, the rules for which are long forgotten. Seems to be locked from the other side. Oh, ale to jsou... No celkově to jsou egyptský ruiny nějaký. To je to, co on říkal, že jo, ale chápeš. Že tady je taková tma, ty vole. Do prdele. Nie. Do prdele. Anubis. Počkej, to není ono. The many shall suffer the sins of the one. Jo, já takhle můžu všechny obejít a nemusím s nikým fajtit. Teoreticky. Tak asi fakt jenom teoreticky. Statue of Aker, an ancient Egyptian deity that to guard against evil spirits and welcome the dead to the underworld. Kebash.
Stop. Do not come any closer. Who are you? I am Kabash.
To mi došlo.
And let me guess.
Find all three
Another
missing persons.
Greco-Roman come to loot and plunder the resting place of my ancestors.
Do I leak? Do I look Greek or Roman to you?
Trousers, boots, curious here. No, I suppose you do not. Then what do you want? To what end?
I want to return it to the obelisk.
That is welcome news. You really are not Greek or Roman, are you? I was planning to return it myself, but for now, I must remain. Here, take it and restore the honor of Osiris.
Osiris? Bearing here JJJ inscription Osiris, Lord of Silence. Oh, šlo až moc
Now,
lehce.
as for the other plaque.
The fourth?
Indeed, I have it right here. I stumbled across a collection of dusty curiosities while searching for a place to hide from the hungry children of Amit, and there it was. You may not. In
Proč ne?
fact, I am about to destroy it.
Proč bys to dělal?
Because it speaks a treacherous, blasphemous lie.
Kámo, to mě nezajímá.
I will tell you, but first, do you know what this place is? Indeed, and I see you know our history. This is the Duat. See what has become of it. I have been down here for weeks, piecing together its story, and here is what I have learned. As Egypt declined and the Greeks had their turn to flourish, their souls came here in great numbers, but instead of adopting our ways, they copied and corrupted them. When they found the obelisk bearing the name Osiris, the true god of the underworld, they desecrated it, removing his name and replacing it with Hades. Even the ferryman of the dead, known to my people long before as Kerti, they renamed to Keron,
A tak
as if that
kdo je Anubis do
designation
piči?
was not enough. They built
Bůh
over
války nebo?
this place, using it as the foundation for their own underworld, so that ours was forgotten. My only solace is that the Greeks then suffered the same fate when the Romans rose to power, renaming Hades to Pluto, and the cycle began anew.
So what's the problem with this plague? I can see why you'd be unhappy with the Greeks and Romans.
It is inscribed with a script I do not recognize, but it is ancient, almost as if it is older than the plaque bearing Osiris's name. But if that is so, it would imply the gods of Egypt are mere imitations too, copied and corrupted from an ancient people who prospered even before us, and that my people did to them what the Greeks and Romans did to us. But this I cannot accept. I sense a deception, Perhaps it is the work of Set, the usurper, seeking to undermine Osiris once more. You will never know. This work of sacrilege must be destroyed, thrown into the black abyss below in Osiris's name. You are too late.
Ne,
It is done.
kámo, kebabe, vole.
You would plunge into the depths of the Duat with no way back up.
Jo,
Madness.
nic jinýho mi nezbývá.
If it will help you to see reason, then ask. I am from Rakotis, which you may know as Alexandria, the name of the city the Greeks built over it. I was a fisherman, like my father before me. Since the Romans had taken over from the Greeks, I took the opportunity to learn Latin and eventually traveled to Rome. When the fires broke out last year, I tried to help. I gathered terrified locals into my boat and led many of them to safety farther along the Tiber. On my 7th trip, a passenger demanded I wait for his brother. But we were full to almost sinking, and smoke was all around us. I told him his brother would have to save himself, and he tried to bribe me by placing a coin into my hand. When I refused, he drew a dagger and thrust it between my ribs. I awoke on the banks of the river to a stranger wearing a ram headdress. He said his name was Kirti, and at the time, I simply thought him odd. It did not dawn on me until much later that he was the Kirti, the ram-headed ferryman described in the Book of the Dead. This is where I belong, as caretaker of the memories of my people. If our ways are to be remembered, it falls to me. I think if someone is to break the golden rule, it will not be me, for I try to live as I always have by the command of the goddess Ma'at. Do to the doer to make him do. As for the punishment that will come from it, I finally understand why it has long been said among my people that gold is the skin of the gods. I do not know. What could possibly lie beneath the underworld? Perhaps it is infinite darkness. Perhaps it is the lair of Amit, the devourer of souls. All I know is, it would be unwise to venture down there.
To asi jo, ale já tam stejně musím.
Most unwise. Good. Be gone from this place.
Jak říkáš?
Wait. You are planning to go down there. I see it in your eyes.
Mhm.
You would plunge into the depths of the Duat with...
Kdybys tam neházel tu desku, tak bych to dělat nemusel.
How is it possible to feel watched at every moment and yet still be so alone?
Sumerian, ano, teď jsem to říkal. Nergal the Fierce. An eroded set of barricades. It looks like these Sumerians are trying to defend themselves from something. corroded brass plate with Sumerian markings on it. It appears to be a pressure plate for some kind of trap. Tuhle? Oh.
When I told you that you would not find a way back up, that was not a prediction. That was a promise. You will die here. Do not be a fool. I have the higher ground.
Ale já líp střílem.
I disagree. I warned you against coming down here, against perpetuating this sacrilege. But you persisted. You have undermined and dishonored the true god of the underworld. How did you think this would end, if not with bloodshed? Very well, I will listen. But if I sense deception, or if you further insult my gods, I will carry out my threat. So tell me, why should I let you live after you salvaged this instrument of blasphemy?
If something can be destroyed by the truth, it deserves to be destroyed by the truth. There's no shame in building on the works of other people who came before you. I'm just trying to replace all the plaques taken from the desecrated obelisk.
Then you admit it. You wish to destroy the sacred beliefs of my people. I will not allow this.
Ach jo.
Many of my ancestors endured great hardship to live good lives so that we may descend to the Duat in death and be judged accordingly. We prepare to have our hearts weighed on Anubis' scales and to swear ourselves innocent of sin before the 42 assessors of Ma'at. And yet, I arrive here to find the Book of the Dead contained only a seed of truth. And now, I ask myself, did our priests steal and embellish the stories of an older people and feed us lies all our lives simply to trick us into obedience?
Yep.
I am not sure I follow. Speak plainly.
Even if your beliefs about the afterlife weren't quite accurate, isn't it important? Isn't the important thing they motivated you to live good lives? If you were only good in life because you expected a reward, were you really a good person?
Now you insult me and all of my ancestors. You have sealed your own fate.
You'll break the golden rule.
Good. I welcome it. You see, the philosopher told me that each time it breaks, Osiris bellows with rage, and his voice shakes the very foundations of the earth. I can only hope one more tremor will lay waste to this fragile place once and for all, and you along with it.
The many shall suffer for the sins of the one.
Ty vole. Bro si myslí, že má něco na můj zlatý luk. OK. Zmizel. No, to je asi jedno, kam zmizel. Stejně by si se mnou teď nechtěl mluvit. Aha. promluvit. No takže už mi zbývá jenom jedna deska.
Son of this!
I've survived this before. I can survive it again.
Tak, galerius.
Everybody run!
I've survived this before. I can survive it.
Já to musím přežít hlavně. Když to přežiju já, tak to přežiju všichni ostatní. They were watching us all along. Jo, Georgius.
Some. Oh,
Teď to asi ještě necháme a jdeme si promluvit s Georgiusem. Ale,
You, Tantalus, cannot catch the drops of water.
ale já vím, kde je ta poslední deska. Tady.
Hello?
Teda doufám, že je to ona.
Ah, a fellow traveler from a faraway land.
Jo.
Greeting. My friend.
Hey, Virgil.
And in a city full of Romans, you are asking me? Because I am Greek. Let me tell you something about Greeks and Romans. My name is Georgios, yes. But the Romans, they do not care. They hear me say Georgios, and they think, ah, he must mean Georgius. Good Roman name. They do this all the time. They see us worshipping Zeus, they copy us, but call him Jupiter. They take Hades and call him Pluto, Persephone, Proserpina.
Já to
I
chápu.
am flattered that they copy our ideas, but why must they change the names? Do they want credit for making it all up? Do they want to forget where it came from? At first, I pull my hair out. After a while, I give up, and I become Georgius the Roman. I accept the world is Roman now. Plus, I have no hair left to pull. But my point is this. If you want to know who stole an old Greek name, look no further than the sticky-fingered Romans. The plague you seek was pilfered from a collection of old Greek relics by none other than Dully. He cannot help it. Like a typical Roman, he likes shiny things, especially those that once belonged to my people. And besides, it makes him happy. So I say, let him keep it. I believe he still has it with him, in his cell, just opposite the Temple of Demeter.
No,
I hope that our paths...
to vím.
Hello. Do you like it? It's shiny, innit? It makes me happy just looking at it.
Můžu si to vzít?
But if I gave it to you, then I wouldn't have it anymore, and I'd be sad.
Ale já bych byl šťastný. Alright, what's it going to take for you to give it to me?
But it's mine, and I really like it. I want to keep it. Well, if you get me out of here, then I wouldn't need it anymore because I'd already be happy. Then you could have it, and you'd be happy too.
Super.
Galerius already tried that. Like... Yeah, Galerius will let me out. Then you can have my plaque, and everyone will be happy. My friend Hannibal used to look after me. He said, if anything ever happened to him, I had to find something very precious hidden away. He gave me this key and made me promise to keep it safe until I found the treasure. But I couldn't find it. All I remember is he said something about the cisterns, but when I went up to the high one, they put me in here. Now nobody looks after me, except my friend Galerius and Ek. Bye-bye.
Yeah. No jo, teď už za ní jdu.
A new face. Oh. Oh my. Let me her sit and so it's a reason and it's a
Kurva.
it's a
Kurva.
all as. Are you telling me that I won't pretend to understand exactly what that means. So, if you want to who knows? But first, the problem is, the door, it looks as though it's the, how, I don't know. May 4.
Domitius doesn't... What?
Because I know you're Quinticus, your wife gave me your love letter and Nero wants you dead.
So... It finally caught up with me. I suppose that makes you... What? One of Nero's assassins?
The Emperor sends his regards.
So, you're not going to kill me?
Not if you withdraw from the election immediately and release everyone in debt bondage to you.
Oh, so much work and money. Oh, well, if I do it, you'd let me live?
Yep.
Fine. Ruling this cesspit of a city would have been beneath me anyway. I'll have Domitius notify the priestess of my withdrawal and release those two from debt bondage. There, you got what you wanted. Now, please.
No počkej.
Domitius, are you listening?
Yes, sir.
I've made a decision to release Julia and Ulpius and withdraw from the election. I want you to go and inform Equitia.
Sir? Are you under duress, sir?
I've just had a change of heart.
But you were on track to be magistrate, sir. All that work, all that money wasted.
Those are my orders. Carry them out.
As you wish, sir.
What are you doing in here? She needs the What? You leave? Hopefully that will... Ah, look. If you don't want to tell, that was like the god you just and in the That's a... From today's election. Unless any new challengers are nominated by nightfall, Sentius will be re-elected
No.
by default. That is all. Ave again. Well, Malleolus has withdrawn for some unknown reason, so unless somebody else is nominated by the end of the day, Sentius will win by default. Why do you ask? Oh, what a good idea. He is a virtuous and decent man after all. I happen to agree he'd make a wonderful magistrate. Certainly. See you again.
To vypadá, že jsme jako na... Ježišmarja, Negambr... Kde seš?
What business? We... Oh.
Takhle, já jsem teď mohl jako úplně v klidu jít a někoho okrást, spustit tadyhle zase kataklizm a pak říct týpkovi, aby tohleto všechno udělal za mě, jo. Já vím.
Salve, welcome. Ah, another stoic, perhaps. We've all been waiting. All right, well...
I can't believe this is how it ends.
Oh no. 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 Orpheus, what are you doing?
That's the idea.
What?
I'm sorry.
Please, help.
It's too late for that. If I... what? Where? I just wish that... I'll go and take care...
Tak jo, to bychom měli. To je ta, co mi chybí jediná. Už jen jedna. Když já s tebou mluvit nepotřebuju. Do prdele. Já jsem doufal, že se stihnu chytnout. Počkej. Komu? Okay, on je busy. To survive we must all be kind, corrected to we must all be wise, corrected to we must all be obedient and finally we must all be? To je dobrá otázka. Tak jo, teď jenom myslím, musím s těma lidma mluvit, aby teda jako, no. Tohle jestli není ten někdo poslední, že má nosit vodu do nekonečna. Kámo, já nechci bucket, já chci ty prachy, co jsou v bucketu. Čau. Valerius looks busy, jak to?
That's quite an impressive bow you have there. Just like Diana's.
Thank you, Orpheus.
I will.
Sentius, military man.
V pořádku.
Fine.
No počkej, ne, to není v pořádku.
No. See you.
Shalom. Sentius, I suppose. Galerius, the farmer? He's a... All right, friend.
Mšel zas.
Ave again. See you again.
Jo. Šel farmařit.
Ah, it's you again. Oh, and I'm in the running for magistrate.
Já vím. To
Feeling
můžu
kinda
já.
nervous, but I'm hoping it'll all be worth it when I order Dooley's release. I just hope I'll have the votes I need.
To já
Now,
taky.
what's on your mind? I've bounced the idea around once, but from what I hear, Malleolus says, and maybe that's not such a... He did? Oh, that was unexpected. I wonder what could have possessed him to do that.
To nechceš vědět.
I guess it's time for me to step up then. I'll let Equitia know I'll be running.
Jo, to už to ví. No prdele.
All right.
Duck. Jak mám přesvědčit lidi, aby volili Galeriuse?
Greetings and salutations. Hello again, my... Sendius, I suppose. Nothing I hope that...
Ah, and you... I hear... Well, Cynthia seems to know... My vote isn't... Nice to...
Whatever's in that grate. Hello there, friend. Well, I'll take your word for it. Now you're talking, I'm interested. Oh, that's a little excessive, don't you?
It's not above Ulysses. Think of it as an investment, a few little coins in exchange for riches beyond your imagination.
Tell me before I pay up. Wait. Let's not be too hasty, friend. I just want a little assurance that I can trust you, that's all.
Well, the golden rule won't allow me to not deliver on my promises.
I suppose you're right. All right, you drive a hard bargain, but here's your money. Now, the location of that bow.
In the Shrine of Diana.
What? But I already knew that, you imbecile. Everyone knows that. I can't take that golden bow because stealing from the goddess in her own shrine would break the golden rule. You promised to tell me where I could get one of my own.
You can take it and you'll be able to keep it for the rest of your life.
Some kind of joke?
You gave me what I wanted and I gave you what I promised.
Don't believe this is happening.
I do love a good loophole.
Don't even talk to me.
Tak toho k jiný volbě nepřesvědčím. Jesus. Jo. Hele, já asi svolám ty volby rovnou, podíváme se, co se stane a příště něco vymyslíme. Jo, protože už jsme takhle blízko.
Why do you...
Can we start now?
Very well. Citizens, it is time. Citizens, we have a quorate body of voters gathered here to elect the city's magistrate. The candidates are Sextus Sentius Imperiosus and late nominee Gallus Galerius Helva. Marcus Malleolus Gurges withdrew his candidacy earlier today. As agreed, we shall dispense with ballots and candidates will abstain from voting. Let's make this quick. As I say your name, call your vote. I'll start with you, Horatius.
Nechybí tady někdo?
Georgius.
Sendius.
Dacius.
Sentius.
Virgil.
Sentius.
Ulpius.
Galerius, the man who saved my life.
Rufius.
Malleolus.
Citizens.
Malleolus.
Your decision. Sextus Sentius Imperiosus.
My fellow citizens, you've placed your trust in me once again, and you won't regret it. I vow that each day henceforth will be just like this one, and I will deliver.
You and your rival, whatever your name is, you're responsible for this, aren't you? Nobody likes Caput Murday foreigners interfering in an election.
Shut up and let the magistrate speak.
Malleolus is going to be magistrate by the end of the day.
You have no idea what you're doing. You're going to get us all killed.
Just stay out of our way, and we won't have a problem.
Wait, I will not allow you to do this.
You're showing your true colors now, priestess. Your corruption sickens me. Domitius, ignore her. Proceed.
This is insanity. You'll doom us all.
Lies. It is time the Golden Rule was exposed for what it is. A children's fable, exploited by a treacherous leader to instill fear in all of us.
The Golden Rule is real, you idiot.
Shut up, all of you. The magistrate has spoken. I'm going to enjoy killing you, old man.
The many shall suffer for the sins of the one.
RIP. Dobře. Příště bychom to teda teoreticky mohli dohrát, to vypadá. Snad se nám povede přesvědčit všechny, nebo většinu teda, aby volili Galeriuse. Galeria. A jo, teda uvidíme asi, jak to dopadne. Ale jako mám pocit, že jsme dost blízko konce, jo. Takže se uvidíme příště. A do té doby zatím čus.